Alright, Paul! Welcome back to the channel. How's it going? If you're new here, my name's Cole and I am trying to clear my debt. My current debt is this much. And today, or this week rather, I'm going to be selling clothes on Vinted. If you don't know, Vinted is a second-hand app or website that you can use to sell your old items of clothes, old accessories, t-shirts, bags, that sort of thing. It's actually a really good platform. It is one that I have used in the past. So I'm going to be sourcing my clothes from a variety of places. I'm going to be selling some of my old stuff. Because I've got my own clothing company, sometimes we have misprints, sometimes people donate clothes to us that they don't want anymore for us to upcycle or resell or do something with. So we've got a lot of stock at the studio. I'm going to sell some of that. I'm going to look for job lots on Facebook of just piles of clothes and try and get some stuff for free. Any sort of like lost and found things, anyone giving away anything I'll take. I'm going to be looking at second-hand places, vintage places. So I'm going to take you along in this journey. We're going to try and get a lot of clothes. On Vinted, things tend to sell cheap, so I want to get a lot of inventory and really pack out my shop so that on days when I have to go and post it, I'm not wasting time posting something that's £1. I'm posting multiple things that cost me like, that don't cost me anything, but earn me like £20 to £30. So this one's going to be a big haul. The montage of selling is going to be huge. I'm excited for you guys to see just how much stuff I managed to find and how much stuff I managed to sell. Alright, so today I'm making my way to Bristol and I'm gonna go around all of the charity shops, see what I can find, and then when we get back we'll summarise everything. Let's go. Alright, made it to Bristol, so now we're gonna go rummaging and see what we find. Let's go.
Suffer day by day, but it won't be long before you have regrets. Because one day soon, your eyes will be so clear. Because of talk about love, talk about love.
Okay, we're approaching the end of the day. I got a good haul today, so we'll get back to the house and we'll have a look and see what it is. I think I've got 2 shops left to check, so I'm going to go check those now. See what we see. Alright, it's listing day. We're going to list on Vinted today. I have an ungodly amount of clothes. Some of these came from my own wardrobe and things I don't want to wear anymore. My flatmate very generously donated an entire bag of clothes. I got a bunch of stuff from Lost and Found. I've got a bunch of stuff from the charity shops, and I got a bunch of stuff from my clothing company, just upcycled stuff that we were working on and some projects and things that were donated to us. So I've got a lot of stuff. My thought process is the cheaper I sell things, the more likely they are to sell, and therefore when I go to the post office, it's more worth my time, because otherwise I'm going to be going there constantly shipping one item at a time. If I can just sell loads at once, then I can take all of them at the same time and sort of save on time and effort. Luckily, because I live in the city, it's easy to post and it's pretty much always on my route somewhere. Let's get listing, let's see what sells. So I've got 5 bags of stock. I think there's over 100 items here. Even if I sell every item at £1 and I can list them fast, the photos don't need to be amazing. They just need to show what the product is clearly, and any sort of defects or angles. I'm going to use the floor and the door with a hanger to take as many photos as I can, but fast. I don't want this to take long. 2 hours tops, hopefully. I'm starting to see what a mammoth task this is going to be. So I've been doing this for about 20 minutes, half an hour, and I've listed 5 items. This is going to be a chore.
It's gonna rain on you. Love, you better get ready, 'cause love's going on you.
Alright, so I've done one bag. It took me an hour to list it. Annoyingly, I discovered you can't list bedding unless it's brand new, which was a waste of time taking the photos and everything. I thought that was going to be a high value item, but unfortunately it's not. The first bag I've done has basically all been accessories and hats and shoes and small things. I put one big hoodie on there that I've marked as like a high value item at £15. I had it at 18 and then I noticed a rip in it, so I've had to reduce it to 15. So that took me an hour. The total listing value is £37.50. So if everything sells, I'm making £37.50 an hour. That's not bad. I don't think everything's going to sell. Some stuff might. Whilst listing, someone has already favorited one of my items, so that's a great start. But yeah, 1 hour per bag. I've got 5 bags, so it should take me about 5 hours to do all this. I need more coffee.
Said love is gonna rain on you. Love, I know you.
All right, second hour completed. The basket there was worth £42, so that was £42 an hour, which is pretty good. If it sells, of course, we will find out what I actually earn per hour once things sell. So I think that brings my total up to, it's like £70 or £80 for the 2 hours. So far I've listed, and that last hour I managed to list both these bags because they're higher value items, so it's thicker things, less accessories, more hoodies, jackets, coats, that sort of thing. A couple of small items still, but we're getting there. I've listed, I think, 40 items now in total, so not bad. 40 items for around 80 quid, averaging around £2 an item. We'll see what sells. I've still got 2 huge bags to go. I think I can, because these are quite thick items, I think it's going to take me maybe another hour and a half to do both, which would bring my total time to 3.5 hours. Not too bad.
Said love is gonna rain on you.
That actually wasn't an hour. That one was about 45 minutes, and that bag was worth £47.50. Which is pretty good. Those were some higher value items. A lot of the jackets were selling for like £3 to £5. A couple rare ones in there I've discovered that are worth significantly more, which is great. I'm very much starting to learn what sells. Well, what's worth money. Vinted is really good for actually showing you what it recommends is worth money. I don't personally know, but I'm learning by doing this. I'm learning. So I've listed total of 51 items now. Actually doing better for time than I realised. 11 things have been added to people's favourites. That's a really good sign. So I think we're going to make some sales. So this is a great start. While listing items, we've already sold a hoodie for £15. It was one that I suspected was worth quite a bit, so I think I may have underpriced it. I think I should have sold it for a lot more. So this is why research is important. The hoodie that sold almost instantly for £15. I was like, wonder if it's a rare brand. I'm gonna look it up. So I looked it up, and oh my god, these hoodies sell for like almost £200. Like, they're worth so much money. And I was gonna sell it for 15, so I've cancelled that order because I was like, no way am I selling it for 15 quid when I could get 100 for it easy. So I'm gonna relist it in a couple days time for 100 because I did not realize how rare it is. There's the one I've got. That's the one I've got right there, and that is £200. I did not know I owned something so rare. That was just one of my old hoodies.
Said love is gonna rain on you. Love,
I've officially finished listing everything. That took a while. It took a grand total of 2.5 hours to list 65 items. The total amount that I've got on here of value is £186. So if I sold everything, so 186 divided by 2.5, it'd be £74 an hour. That's pretty good. Realistically, I'm going to have to buy mail bags to post things. I'm going to have to actually go to the post office. Luckily, that's kind of like on my way to my day-to-day life, so that's not a problem. The only thing is I'm probably not going to sell everything. I've listed most items at £2. some higher value ones, but already we've had loads of favorites, which is a great sign because it means the second people get paid, we're going to be making some money. We're going to give it a week, we're going to see what sells, and I'll check back and let you guys know. And right as I filmed that last clip, we've just sold a red hoodie for £3. Off to a great start. Alright, it's been 1 week since I listed all 65 of these items onto Vinted. We've made some sales. Let's find out what we sold and how much we made. Alright, so in total we have sold 10 items from our 65, and I've had to use £8 to pay for the packaging. I've sorted all the postage and packaging. So with Vinted, the thing you need to know is that just because you sell something doesn't mean it's going to be sold in the same way. So these 5 packages up here, they use a company called InPost, but you have to print the digital label yourself. These 2 still use InPost, but these ones are digital labels, so you get that on your phone. Then there's Every, which is a different, or Every, however you say it. That's a different service, so that'll be in a different location. Again, sometimes you have to print the label, sometimes they provide digital ones. And finally, we've got one that is Yodel, also a digital label. Super important that you find out where you need to go. My first experience selling on Vinted, I went to all the wrong places and it took ages. So on your email, it's going to show you exactly where to find the locker. So enter a postcode. So as you can see, there's loads of lockers. They tell you if there's spaces available or not and which ones you can go to, and then it gives you directions as well. Alright, I've found the 3 different locations that we have to drop off the parcels. All in all, it's only going to take me about an hour to do the entire process of postage, package and delivering. I really chose a great day to do this. Scorching sun yesterday, today is miserable, horrible day. InPost lockers are super easy to use, very convenient, very fast. That literally took me 5-10 minutes tops. I like it, it's a good process. So it has been 1 month since I started selling things on Vinted. Overall, not great. It took me a good few hours to list everything. There was 60 something items in total. I did sell quite a lot, to be fair. As soon as I listed them all, things started to sell and snowball pretty fast. But we actually only managed to make £30 and 50p. That's basically £10 an hour, but I think it took me more than 3 hours to do it all. So I kind of lost money there. But I did learn some valuable lessons about about how vintage posting and stuff works. It is a quick and easy way. The downside to Vinted is I don't think there's a market for high value items. If there is, well, maybe there is. I did list one hoodie that I found out is worth a lot of money. So really chuffed to find that out. That's going on eBay instead. That can hopefully be a high value sale. I actually think Vinted is a great place to buy, but in terms of selling, if you're trying to get rid of stuff cheap and just have a declutter, it's a great way to make a few extra quid. But I don't think in terms of making like income off of it, it's not going to work. Vinted is a decent platform, a really good platform actually, fun to scroll, things are cheap, great, happy with that. If you want to see more of this, I actually have an idea for a sequel, if you will, a part 2 to Vinted. which I'm going to work on. So if you're keen to see that, hit subscribe, let me know in the comments. Give me any thoughts or feedback on selling high value on Vinted, because I couldn't quite get the knack for it. I did list a couple things high, zero interest. Anything I listed at like £1 sold pretty fast. So we sold loads of stuff, just super cheap. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Catch you in the next one.